मैं टॉक शो होस्ट हूँ, मैं ही बात करना चाहता हूँ, यही मेरा काम है। नमस्कार, स्वागत है आपका इस मंच पे। तो मैं कहना चाहता हूँ कि this when I was doing the math, then I realized this is the 10th film that we've collaborated on. It's been quite a journey, and I feel before we get into ITTEFAQ, I feel the one thing that you and I have always combated, or at least dealt with, is the fact that we constantly have to prove our intense love and family love for each other. Why do you think that is?
First of all, I'd just like to thank Karan and the whole team, which has got me here. And of course, Karan Johar and before him, his father, Mr. Yash Johar, who actually treated me like a family when I came here and gave me opportunities to work with them. I worked with Yash ji on Duplicate. And then our long association started with Kuch Kuch Hota Hai. And since then, yes, I have also seen different shades of love that have been connotated to me and Karan, from a friend to a brother and on even higher levels. And then situations where we supposedly have fought. You know, in life, I believe that there are some relationships which don't need to be substantiated every time, to be explained every time. It irritates me, as a matter of fact, to keep on explaining to people that I love Karan, I love Hiru Auntie, I love his two new little babies very, very much, and they're so pretty, mashallah. And our relationship every time, if he's doing a film which is not with me, if I'm doing something which is with someone that Karan doesn't get along with, and there are lots of people at different times that Karan doesn't get along with, and then starts getting along with them, and then, so because I'm a little outside of what happens around the world, so I can't keep tabs of his good times with who and bad times with who, and fortunately, unfortunately, I go on to be working with someone he must be hating at that point in time, and then I'm like, but it doesn't ever, ever, ever come in between the relationship we have shared. So if this, perhaps a little inappropriate stage, place to say it, but once and for all, I've never had a problem with Karan Johar. I love him unconditionally, and so does he. We are like family, and inshallah we'll grow old together, and we'll be here at 107 on wheelchairs, launching new films, working together. May not be working together as director-actors, but there'll always be this camaraderie, brotherhood. And I know one thing for a fact, that if ever, Khuda na khasta, Karan is in trouble, I'll be the first guy to come and stand in front of him. If he's lost a lot of weight, then behind him, because then he'll be agile and cool and maybe able to protect me. We're always there for each other. So I don't know why people keep talking that. But now with so many people talking so many things, I think best is just to keep quiet and move on and make the films and do the work that we do.
Because it's amazing that, you know, when we go through this kind of a journey, yet you have to constantly encounter these questions. But it's, I think, in the past, and I think our work speaks for itself, and the love comes through in any case. ITTEFAQ is a special film on so many levels, like I said right at the beginning. And I think you were one of the first people, and I think Renu Auntie will endorse that, who showed that, you know, that strength and support to the material. You know, it came your way, and then eventually all of us kind of decided to produce this film. What was your core instinct when you first read the material that made you want to support it?
There are two, three things, and I'd say that now. One, of course, I've known Junu and Abhay since they were babies. They used to assist Karan. Junu used to. And Renu Auntie I've known for years, and Ravi sir. And I don't know, I'm not very socially good. I don't know how to keep on, how do you say, nurture relationships. But I feel for people for some reason, and that's not the big thing, that I feel for people for some reason. The big thing is that those people feel a lot for me, and I can sense that. So I've always felt Renu Auntie, for some reason, just loves me. And the two kids, I've seen them grow up, and you know, when one of them decided to direct a film, I think apart from the legacy and the fact that they are from films and they want to do this stuff, I thought it was an amazing script. I normally don't have too much sense of script, as Karan would tell you. Karan narrated some other film to me called Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, and it ended up being some other film. Kal Ho Na Ho, I didn't even hear the script. And he knows I have no sense of scripting and screenplay, and that could be an amazing headline. Shahrukh has no sense of screenplay, that's why he makes such awful films. But I'm going to try and say things which don't get me in any kind of headline tonight.
It's a bit difficult, no matter what you say.
It's so okay. When I read the script, to be honest, I wanted to be a part of it as an actor. It was so exciting. And I think a better actor than me has essayed that role now, which is Akshay, and more befitting for the film. Unfortunately, at that time, I had decided to do 3 films, so I couldn't become part of it. I was doing Rais and Fan, and they were physically very hectic. I just love the way the film had been adapted, turned around, changed a bit, and the product, inshallah, when it comes out, everybody will enjoy it. Apart from that, I remember Yash ji, a few days before he passed away, Mr. Yash Chopra, he told me the story how he made ITTEFAQ. And that's an amazing story. He was making some film, and there was a break in some film, and they went to see this play, and overnight they all decided to make this film for the B.R. Chopra production. And when I was growing up, it was my mother's favorite film, ITTEFAQ. And Mr. Rajesh Khanna's first film, maybe, I don't know, or maybe the second, or it was a newcomer that time, and Nanda ji, who nobody could expect anyone else to be but a sister. Okay, sisterly and loving and sweet. And the way that it's very theatrical. It's based on a play, so maybe so. And I found it very, very interesting. And in a country where we don't make too many thrillers, you know, to come across a script which young boys are adapting from a classic, if I may say so, and you know, and bring it to fore. It was extremely exciting. And to Karan's credit, I'm a little lethargic about taking films and getting them cast. But Karan is really good with it. He sees the right people in the right roles. I think that's one of his biggest strengths as a director and a producer. So when he decided on Akshay and Siddharth and Sonakshi, I thought it was really a fantastic combination. So thank you very much for genuinely making one of my favorite films more relevant for the times today. Because some films, like, you know, I've done Devdas, which would never be better than the classic. Dawn, one has attempted, which would never be better than Bachchan Saab's. But somewhere down the line, just to reintroduce the great cinema that perhaps passes the youngsters by. So ITTEFAQ is another move in that line, and hopefully the youngsters will really like it.
No, totally, and I think that's why we've had, like, up to this point, we've tried to protect the material of the film. We've tried to, like, which is an internal decision. That
I am the murderer in the film, so just in case.
Oh, yeah, he killed the film.
I do come in the end, wearing a singlet. We have a rehashed version of That's all
we need.
And that's it.
That's all we need
to
make this film a memorable experience at the end of it all. No, so what we did is we actually protected the film for its, in terms of, like, not revealing much, which is why we took this stand of not going out there and promoting it with the actors and leaving them on their own, because you never know what.
And those actors who are speaking a lot in backstage right now.
Yes, right now. Shh. Yeah, those very actors, because I think they both were just speaking, all of them were speaking, they would felt so strange that they haven't been promoting this film. None of them have been out, so it's almost like they're feeling guilty that they have not done enough. So they've been hanging with each other for the last week because they've not been traveling cities, dancing in malls, being in reality shows. It's almost like they feel they haven't done enough. And we had always planned that we'd do this one conference 4 or 5 days ago, and of course bring Shahrukh into the forefront, protect you as much as we can. And now that you've announced you're the killer, we haven't really done a great job of protecting you. The film opens with a thank you card to Shahrukh Khan and Ranbir Kapoor. So either of them could have been the killer, because everybody at interval point was like, is Ranbir Kapoor the murderer? I'm like, but he's not in the film. So how will he be the murderer? But anyway, it's I think a great, I mean, we're 3 producers on this, which is rare for a film of this scale, but it's more the affection and emotion that brings us together and not just the content of the film. And the fact that we're all here like a strong unit really speaks volumes about the love we feel for the people making it and the ones who have.